All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is Musk Meets with Iranian Ambassador. Here are the two messages he delivered.
The New York Times reports that on Monday, Elon Musk met with Iran's ambassador to the United Nations. They reportedly discussed ways to diffuse tensions between Iran and America.
Okay.
Retired four-star General Jack Keane joins me now. General, Musk talks with the Iranians. Musk gets on the phone with Ukraine's Zelensky. Do you approve of Musk getting involved in foreign relations like this?
Well, obviously, he's not an official of the United States government,
Right.
but he is an advisor to the president-elect. I think what's actually happening here, Stuart, is, first of all, the president-elect is not going to reach out as the president-elect while there's a serving president himself to make connections, given the fact that he doesn't take office until sometime in January. So I think he's using a close advisor of his,
as a proxy,
someone who he trusts, to do a little bit of that, to set the stage for him.
Okay. You guys, my opinion here, just really quickly, before we continue this here, I'm not sure I fully agree with that specific thing. As long as he's not making deals, if he's just having conversations, I'm not sure that's an actual bad thing. No promises and things like that, because again, he's not an elected official, and he really does not at all represent the United States of America in any context, right? But if he is acting as a proxy, that's still interesting, right? But hopefully, nothing happened in terms of the conversation. But as long as we have full details, I think that's probably fine.
And I'm not overreacting to the fact that Musk may be talking to him about negotiations in the future. I am very confident about the direction that President Trump, when he takes office, is going to go in. He knows Iran has operationalized all the proxies, and their intent is to drive the United States out of the region and destroy the state of Israel. He's got a very close relationship with Prime Minister Netanyahu. He'll give him everything he needs and encourage him to finish it as soon as possible. But at the same time, Trump wants to establish peace and stability in the region. That is his objective. And I'm confident that the Iranians would not have done what they did in the region if he was still the president of the United States. So understanding that, I think Musk may be carrying two messages to the foreign minister of Iran. One is that you're going to have to knock off what you're doing. You've attacked U.S. troops in the region over 300 times. You're firing, and this is through proxies, you're firing ballistic missiles at Navy warships, and you're trying to destroy the state of Israel. That has got to stop if we're going to have any relationship whatsoever. Secondly, President Trump will be willing to work with you if you stop this malign and aggressive activity, and we can sit down and talk about peace and stability in the region. And one of those agenda items is you don't build a nuclear weapon, because that will destabilize the region, force us to take action, force Israel to take action against you. So I think this can be a positive thing in setting the stage for something that's going to come later.
Does the Pentagon need radical reform? Because that's what Pete Hegseth is going to be a Secretary of Defense for.
Yes, to say the least. Absolutely.
Well, the Pentagon doesn't need a bunch of generals being fired and diversion, equity, inclusion. That's going to change on day one. I think the president will likely, as President Biden did when he took over, he put this policy in place and asked all federal agencies to comply. On day one, I'm assuming the policy goes away and the Pentagon will be absolutely the first to complete the execution of that order. I guarantee it, all right? But the Department of Defense has nothing to do but to execute that order when President Biden administered it. And we're exaggerating, in my judgment, the degree of a problem. Here's the reform we need in the Pentagon. And these are serious, serious issues. One is we need to rebuild our defense. Defense budget, as you know, flat for 4 years under the Biden administration. President Xi is building his military capability the most rapid we've ever seen in history. They outpace us with every weapon system every platform, air, at sea, except submarines. And that distance, in terms of outpacing us, has grown to the point where we would be challenged in fighting them to win. That's the reality of it. That's number one. We got to fix this. Secondly,
okay, he's definitely a war hawk, guys. This guy, I've never seen this man before in my life, but I can definitely, like, listening to him while we're here, it seems like he wants our budget to basically just do this here. A lot of the things that he's saying are definitely valid, I'd say, in regards to China specifically, right? But we need to get out of other countries' nonsense. That's what we need to do. All right, we need to start doing things for Americans exclusively. It's our money, it's our tax dollars that we're wasting in all these foreign nations, guys. All right, but it seems like all he cares about is war. That's the vibe I get from him. Period. I get nothing else from him. Just war. Just please, let's do another war. That's all I hear from him, guys.
Business practices in the Pentagon, Stu, is something you're familiar with. They are ossified. I'm serious. There's risk aversion that are built into them. It's too slow to get a platform, and it's absolutely too costly as a result of it. Several secretaries have tried to fix it and have failed. We need that reform, and it has to be aggressive. And you can't do any of this without the Congress of the United States. And the Congress of the United States has been an impediment as much as a supporter. Impediment how? Continuing resolutions. We've had a generation of continuing resolutions, which handicaps the defense spending effectively. Congressmen and senators will not get rid of legacy systems that are in their districts or in their states because the Pentagon wants to remove them and get new. And that's the reality of some of the issues that the Congress has to face. So, yes, incoming Secretary of Defense Hegseth, major reform inside the Pentagon for sure. We've got to restore deterrence. We need the help of the Congress to do that. This is the most significant undertaking, I believe, a secretary is facing in a generation.
General, you've delivered a powerful message, and we heard it.
General. Okay. Ooh, guys. When it comes to like Elon Musk representing the nation by any means, I mean, I would like to know almost exactly what is being said at all times, if that's the case, right? If he is going to do this, we need to know what's happening. All right. So obviously there definitely needs to be obviously peace in that region. There needs to be by some means, but I don't think that it should be up to our tax dollars. These individuals are people, right? They should be able to handle themselves, basically. That's where I'm at least. I just don't see the waste, guys. It's too much waste. I would love to bring our budget down massively. Okay. There are a lot of people in the United States of America that are basically suffering right now. And I don't see how spending more money outside of the country is going to benefit any of these individuals. I don't see it. Help me out in the comments, guys, because I hear this guy speaking and all I hear is war. And wars are expensive. And that means a lot of weapon manufacturers are going to get extremely rich while, again, more people are becoming poorer, right? I just don't see the benefit. I mean, I could be wrong here. Could be wrong, but I don't see the value. But I want to go ahead and put a button on this here and say that if Elon Musk is going over to Iran to speak to people, then I would personally love to know word for word, basically, what is being said, spoken about. Hopefully nothing is being promised, etc. Okay, so, right. But all right. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.